And we are live, right? Welcome to this particular live stream. Finally, we were able to surmount the challenges and then we are live here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is David Obina right here, and we are discussing on this live stream the subject of motivation for academic excellence. We are trying to understand what drives a person to attain academic excellence. We made mention of the fact that one of the main things that's an issue with what a person achieves in terms of his academic pursuit or any other pursuit for that matter is his motivation, is his why, is his reason why. If you have the right reasons, you'll be sustained in that pursuit and you will most likely attain it. If you have the wrong reasons or you are not even conscious of your reasons, you are pursuing something blindly, you are likely to fall off the line. So apart from certificate, which is what many people, 90 out of 100 people who are pursuing academic excellence are seeking, that as because of the certificate as the main reason, because of the paper, a glorified paper that's required out there to get a job. That's the main reason that a lot of people are, first of all, going to school, second of all, pursuing academic excellence. If you're live, please just state that you're live, and then you could like the video. If you have not subscribed, you want to do well to subscribe. So certificate is what many people craze about, those who go to school and those who pursue academic excellence. But beyond certificate, and of course, a word for certificate, certificate is very, very important, right? It's better to have the certificate and not need it than to get to a point in your life where you need it and not have it. It's one of the stepping stones to some amazing opportunities out there. It's a basic requirement to get a job or to be in the labor market. Traveling abroad is easier when you have certificate and you say you're going to further your education than when you don't, even if you have all the money. So we are not downplaying the role and the place of certificate, right? But apart from certificate, what else? What other things should be like a drive? Remember, we said that motivation is a motive for action. It's an idea, it's a belief as to why you are committing to a course of action. The idea that drives a person to commit to a course of action is what is called motivation. And we also said that it is important to be consciously aware of your motivations, to be consciously aware of your reasons why you are embarking on a particular course of action, because knowing your course helps you instill the discipline. Knowing your why, helps you instill the discipline, instill the commitment in you to finish that course and to achieve that goal. So apart from certificate, as important as it may be, what other factors are necessary to guide a person to commit to the process of attaining academic excellence? One, the top of my list is getting maximum return for your invested resources. Getting maximum return for your invested resources. For those of us that are live, please let me know that you can hear me very clearly. I would be encouraged to know that if you're live, you can hear me, you can see me, and you're getting value from this. I also see that, people have liked the video as well. So please, please, please like this video. This will really, really encourage me, okay? So maximum return for your invested resources. This should be one of the idea and the belief that should drive you to pursue academic excellence. What does this mean? Pursuing and attaining academic excellence is costing you a whole lot of resources. Pursuing and attaining academic excellence is costing you a whole lot of resources. It's costing you your time, 4 years. It's costing you your money, so much amount that it costs a person, the average person, to go through school in Nigeria or any part of the world, right? It's costing your energy. There's nothing as stressful, maybe there is, but very few things are stressful as going to school in Nigeria. very few things are as stressful as schooling in this country. There are so many things to beset you, so many things you could take that 4 years to do, so many things you could use that strength and energy to do, but you are investing it in a pursuit to attain academic excellence. So is that not a good reason to get back the best that you should get from all those financial investments? You know what 4 years of your life is? 4 years of your life could give you mastery in any other subject matter. Like say somebody who started school and another person started a business. 4 years of commitment and dedication could blow your mind in a particular course of action. um there's an opportunity cost. Instead of going to school, for instance, you choose to get married. In 4 years after getting married, you could raise 2 to 3 children, or you give birth to 2 to 3 children. But the point that I'm making is that it is costing you something, and so it should be your drive to want to get the best out of what it is costing you. One of my mentees in my academic mentorship program made mention of the fact that she is taking record of how much it has cost her so far to get the jam form, to get the school form, to the post-UME, to getting the admission, acceptance fee, and all that. She's taking appropriate record of all those things. And the best she can capture with that is just the financial investment. The time, the emotional investment, the stress, you cannot even calculate that. So that drive to want to make sure that you get the best out of those 4 years, that should be one of your motivation, and that should be one of your drive. That should be one of the reasons why you need to get the best out of this course. That is one reason, and this has nothing to do with your certificate. So certificate shouldn't just be your only drive. Getting the best. How I used to describe this is that I used to normally ask that if you go to the market and it is said to you that there are two kinds of iPhones, right? Or let's just use an example that I have here. There are two kinds of pen. There are two kinds of biro. So you have something like this. This is a pen, and then you have something like this. If you observe, the one in my right hand is the regular one that everybody knows as a biro, as a pen, and I think right now it's sold for somewhere around 100 naira. The one in my left hand is also recognized as a pen, but usually it's used for aesthetics. You could put it right there in your shirt. It's executive. Let me put it that way. So this is sold for somewhere around 500 naira. This is sold for somewhere around 100 naira. The value is 500 to 100 naira. The difference is like 400 naira. So you go to the market and you say, hey, I want to buy a pen. How much is a pen? And they say a pen is 500 naira. How many of you in your right senses would choose the one that you could get for lesser price while paying a higher price? Of course, with common sense, you're just going to go for this. You are just going to go for this. And so you go to the market and they say, pen is 500 naira, and you leave the best of it all to go and get the worst of it all, whereas they are both the same price. The person who attains academic excellence and gets the best from his academics paid the same school fees as you, who is not getting the best. The people who do so well don't get different, they don't get to pay extra more school fees. It's the same school fees, the same cost of education, but they are deriving different things. They are deriving the best because they are driven to get the best from all their investment. Reason number two why you should pursue academic excellence. This is very critical. This is very critical, right? So Ebube is live. He said, if you're live, please share the video. Please share this new link. We had to start all over again for technical issues and then network. The second reason why to pursue academic excellence beyond the certificate, what else you gain is the intellectual skill development. The intellectual skill development, the development of your intellectual skills. This is very, very critical. Just pursuing academic excellence alone, not even attaining it, pursuing it properly, not just going for the certificate, pursuing it religiously would help you in the process develop intellectual skills. And we all know how much intellectual skills is needed in the real life. We all know how much intellectual skills is needed in the workplace. It will help you develop critical reasoning skills. A person who pursues academic excellence, that means goes through the normal processes in order to attain academic excellence. Just by going through the process, unbeknownst to him, he is developing his intellectual capacity, capacity to reason, capacity for attention to details, capacity to spot differences and similarities. These are intellectual skills that are requisite and very important to succeed out there in life. And little do you know, let me give you an example. For instance, it is so bad that while you started school, for instance, you lacked attention to details. You lacked ability to spot differences. I observed this a lot with freshers and new students. You show them two pieces of information that look alike, two pieces of information that looks alike, and you say, what's the difference? They are so shabby, they are so shallow-minded, they are so superficial. They just look at it and say, it's the same now, it's the same thing, it's the same. There's no difference. There's nothing different in it. That's because you have not developed intellectual skills, intellectual ability. You have the capacity, but you have not developed it. Pursuing academic excellence, going through the process. I'm not saying going to pay your way. I'm not saying going to sleep around to attain it. Pursuing it means going through the due processes. You must read your book. You must study. And in studying, you are training your mind to focus. You're training your mind to observe differences. You're training your mind to pay attention to details. And by doing that, you are developing this thing unbeknownst to you, such that even when, by the time you attain your course, or by the time you attain your course as a graduation, you have, unbeknownst to yourself, developed these mental abilities. So is this not treasurable, even beyond the paper, even beyond the certificate? Just the ability to develop this rigorous thinking, critical thinking, analytical thinking. That is enough benefit to pursue academic excellence. And you don't get it by paying your way. You don't get it by engaging in malpractice. You get it by submitting to the process. And so this is a reason why, right? The third reason, apart from the certificate, why you should pursue academic excellence is character formation. Character formation. Character formation. Out there in the real world, one of what it will require from you to provide value and get value back is your character. Character is the core quality of a team, the core component and quality of a team or a person. That's what character is. And so submitting yourself to the process of academic excellence, to the process of attaining it, submitting yourself to the due process, not paying your way, not sorting your way, not sleeping around your way, but pursuing it through the proper processes without your notice, is developing character. Because in pursuing it, you will sit your bum down and study your book. And so that is developing in you patience. That is developing in you diligence. That is developing in you discipline. But you do not know. And these are one of the things that you gain in pursuing academic excellence. And this has nothing to do with your certificate. Is this not interesting? Just sharing this alone, I'm excited. Because on our previous session, those of you in the WhatsApp, in the mentorship group in the WhatsApp, remember that we shared about the differentiating power of understanding, how that understanding makes a difference. And so because I'm bringing understanding, I am excited, because if you get this, it's going to change somebody's life. Anytime I have the opportunity to share understanding or to gain understanding, I am excited. So go out and share this link. Character formation is one of the things that you gain apart from certificate if you commit to the course of pursuing academic excellence. The next thing that you gain is an increased self-esteem. You see, by committing to pursuing academic excellence, you will get to have this sense of fulfillment. Oh, I made it. Oh, I did it. Yeah, you can say God did it, but yes, you know that it cost you some sleepless night. You know it cost you something. And it is in the human nature to feel fulfilled whenever they get their course of action, right? It is natural for the human nature to feel good about yourself, to feel nice about yourself when you pursue a course of action till attainment. And so in the process of pursuing academic excellence, one of the things that you gain is that self-esteem, a good estimation about yourself. You feel better about yourself. And guys, self-esteem is so crucial to conquering mountains in the real world. Self-esteem is so essential to conquering challenges in the real world. And this is one of what you gain because of the feeling of personal achievement, from pursuing academic excellence. Another thing that you gain, I want to give you three more and then we'll wrap up. So like in 5 minutes, we should be done. If you have any question, you could put it out there. And if you're getting value, put out what you're learning out there and please share this link. Share. Okay? So one next thing that you gain in pursuing academic excellence, submitting yourself through the process, is self-confidence and self-reliance. Self-confidence and self-reliance. Whoa. Okay, so in the process of pursuing academic excellence, what you don't know that you're doing to yourself and that you are gaining unconsciously to you is that you are increasing your confidence level. When you set a goal or you set a course to attain something and you commit to that course to attain it, you believe more in yourself. You believe more in your potentialities. You believe more in your ability to get things done. If you're able to set a goal and ace your WAEC, and next before you have jam, you tell yourself, you know yourself now, babe, you could do it. You're talking to yourself, guy, you could deliver this stuff. It's not WAEC that you set for yourself those goals to attain and you aced it. You also ace your jam. It gives you confidence. Guys, you don't know how essential and important confidence is to conquer in the real world. Confidence is one of those essential. Why do you think that some people finish school, they have business idea, they have things in their head, they're not able to go and do it, they're not able to go and start? Why do you think young people in Africa don't write books? Young people in Africa, except recently, they're not coming out to speak, to give their perspective on a subject matter. It all boils down to confidence. How much you are able to achieve in the real world boils down to confidence. Even the job that you're seeking or you are going to seek, whether you get it or not, depends on your level of self-confidence. The business that you want to start, whether you start it or not, and the level that you scale that business to depends on your level of confidence. You cannot achieve more than your confidence can carry. You cannot achieve more than you believe in yourself that you can do. And self-confidence, this character quality, this trait is one of what you attain just by pursuing academic excellence. Is this not wonderful? I think it is wonderful. Let me give you a story about self-confidence as one of what you gain in pursuing academic excellence. I used to know a lady who was a classmate of mine. So she had this friend of hers. Every time that they will learn, she sits with this friend. Every time they will write exam, she sits with this friend. Every time that they will do anything academics together, she's always with this friend. And one time in the exam, a lecturer observed that these people are always together. And so she came and called the name of the other one and said, hey, move from there to there. You need to see this girl's countenance. And she feels like her life is gone. Everything has been taken off from her. She was absolutely destabilized in that particular exam. But that's not even the point. She did this year one, did this year two, did this year three, did this till final year, and then she graduated. Little did this girl who was dependent on the other one, little did she know that she was doing bad to herself by being absolutely dependent on the other, by not pursuing it, academic excellence for herself. She was depending on her friend. And so after they graduated, she was asking her friend, how far? When will you go for service? That friend said, oh, maybe I'll go by March. She chose to say, oh, I'll go by March. So she ended up depending on her in the class, depending on her in the exam. Now she's depending on her in life. Okay, service on is not too bad. Somebody started asking the girl herself, the one who is depending on the other one, they're asking her out. And so she went to her friend, babe, how far now? When will you marry? Are they asking me out? Oh, are you going to accept? Do you have anybody asking you out? Say, me, I'm not ready for marriage or this thing. This other one told the person asking her out, I'm not ready for marriage and everything. So this person now has a dependent life because she lacks self-reliance. What she could have gotten as a byproduct if she just pursued the course of attaining academic excellence. Is this not beautiful? That's how many people's life are reliant on their friends. Reliant. That's one bad thing that, sticking to this life of examination malpractice does for you. Especially that kind of malpractice that instead of spending time reading, you spend time, you see a student carry a sheet of paper. So you see a student carry a sheet of paper and start writing small stuff, small stuff, and pocket it. And you know what you're doing to yourself? You are training yourself not to depend on yourself. You are training yourself to put faith and strength that you should put in yourself for another thing or for another something out of you. That means you are giving your power to a little piece of paper. Kai, you are giving your power, your academic prowess, what your mind could do, the belief that you're supposed to invest in yourself, you are investing it in a phone, you are investing it in a chip, you are investing it, and you are debracing yourself. You are, making yourself more weaker. You are losing to develop self-confidence and self-reliance because you don't know. Thank God for this kind of session. So it gives you understanding. So self-confidence and self-reliance is one of the things that you gain in pursuing academic excellence. The next that you gain is the second to last, which is access to better opportunities. Access to better opportunities. Now, apart from the certificate, let me tell you what, pursuing academic excellence, apart from the intellectual development, getting maximum return for all your invested resources, the character formation, the self-esteem, one of what you gain is access to better opportunities. Lately, I heard a story of a particular woman who came to her hometown and she needed to empower people. She needed to put up a list for people to get a job. And there were, 8 grades kind of, who 6 years ago, a few of them decided to go through school and do very well in school. The same 6 years ago, much of them in that particular community refused to go to school. They were like, who's school help? And the few who went to school, or some who choose to go, committed to do their best in school. And so they came out very well. They came out very, very well. And so when the woman came and she needed to empower people by putting up a list that by her recommendation, these people were guaranteed federal jobs. First off, there were not enough people who had what the requirement that it took. Second, out of those people who had the requirement, which was a degree, very few had quality degree. So they shoot themselves in the foot. That opportunity that they're supposed to have, they didn't have access to it. Again, it is better for you to have something and not need that thing than for you to need that thing and don't have that thing. It is very, very, very critical, right? So pursuing academic excellence gives you the opportunity to access better opportunities. We are not saying that certificate or having first class or second class is the key to success in life, but frankly speaking, it gives you an edge. It allows you to access better opportunities. Let me give you another example. 2 people want to travel abroad to the UK, to the US, and they are both Nigerians. Let me use this example again. So this is person A. He wants to travel abroad. He wishes to be in America, to travel to America, or to live in America. This is person B, wishes to also travel to America or be in America, right? And person A, as beautiful as you can see, has all the money. It's a business tycoon, an Igbo guy, multi-millionaire. Person A is just a student who pursued academic excellence and did very well. This person, because of the pursuit of academic excellence, found an opportunity for scholarship to do masters, made application, won the scholarship because, of course, she pursued academic excellence. So she has what it takes. She doesn't just have the papers. She proved that point and won the scholarship. Two of them found themselves in the embassy for interview. They're asking this guy, why do you want to travel to America? And they were like, yes, I have money. I want to go and do business. I want to buy and sell. They are taking 3 months to interrogate this guy to know whether they are going to give him visa or not. And this other guy, they just ask him in the interview, why do you want to visit America? Oh, I want to go further my studies, develop myself further, and come back to fulfill my career objectives. Have you been admitted? Oh, yes. Here are all the documents. Here are all the paper. Very fastly, this one is approved visa to travel. You want to tell me that this person has not accessed better opportunity, even though this person had more money? So sometimes it's not about your money. It's not about your position or so. Sometimes it could just be what it is that you have in your hands that will give you access to better opportunity. It could be contact, the quality and the caliber of contact that the person who pursued this, pursuing academic excellence. Remember, I'm emphasizing following the process, because what I see Yahoo guys come to do now in higher institutions is that you just come in and they assume that everything is money, 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 money. Money is going to do everything. Money is going to buy everything. How much is that lecturer's this is? They just think that you paid your way through does not mean that you pursued and you attained academic excellence, but that you subjected yourself to the process. That's where you get the benefit, right? I just cannot emphasize, especially intellectual skill development. When I came into school, I couldn't even, you hear things like introduction when doing your assignment, you hear things like the body, conclusion, quotations, citations. I didn't even know what all those things are or were. But by pursuing it, by subjecting myself through the process, as at the time of graduation, I was able to write 2 books and publish one of them. That's intellectual skills. I was able to learn to write. I was able to articulate what it is that my point is. Now, give me any subject right now, I will speak the introduction to you or write the introduction to you. Thanks to the fact that I pursued the process, I developed that rigorous mental ability. So the final point that I'm giving to you as the reason why to pursue academic excellence beyond just the certificate is the honor, is the social recognition, and sometimes the awards that come with following those things. Imagine coming back to your department as an alumni and you are able to, your HOD, your dean, sometimes even your VC are able to recognize you because of how well you did while and when you were in school. Is that not amazing? I think that it is amazing. That social recognition, it does a lot for your esteem. Of course, too, you sometimes will need recommendations out there. You are able to have those people recommend you for certain positions, further studies, and for such kind of stuff. Whereas somebody who didn't pursue academic excellence don't even have such relationship. You come back to the department for a thing or two, nobody cares about you, nobody knows about you. So those are some of the things that you gain and some of the reasons why you need to pursue academic excellence. So I'm wrapping up here, and I want you to put in the comment section which of all these reasons resonates with you, which of them made sense to you. Before the session, did you have any clear-cut motivation and motive or reason for pursuing academic excellence? What kind of student are you? Are you the type of student who does not even care? Nothing concerns you all through your process, or you are the type that cares, but you didn't have your purposes or your motive clearly stated out? Which of these resonates with you? Now that you know why, I want to be sure that you will commit to the process of attaining academic excellence. One more thing before I leave your face, and by the way, please share this video. I'm not sure, because of the value that have been dished out here, this is supposed to be for my inner circle mentees, those who are in my academic mentorship session. This is for you. And furthermore, those of you in the session, I am going to ask you particularly to send to me directly what you have stated to be your 1, 2, or 3 motives for pursuing academic excellence. What is that? And it may be one of the ones that I didn't mention. It could be anything that's unique. It could be unique to you. but send to me. Let me know what's your reason, what's your purpose for pursuing academic excellence. What is it for you that drives you? I want to know. So for those of you who would like me to review your purpose for academic excellence as well, you will need to be part of the mentorship session. And if you were joining late, or you were joining, because we started late because of the stream, the breach in transmission, I want to give you a free gift, a session that I had with my mentees about the power of understanding, how understanding changes your role, understanding changes your placements, whether you're pursuing academic, whether you're one of those students who don't care about pursuing academic excellence, to becoming those kind of students. Understanding is what gives the key. Understanding is what makes that happen. And if you want to access that particular teaching, please reach out on WhatsApp. Maybe I'll put my number out there on this particular video, and you can be able to reach me. So I'm going to come your way again next week with another amazing topic. So we're going to be doing this back to back. It's going to be weekly, and we're going to prepare well for the network. Sorry for the glitch today. It's going to be better next week. I hope you had a fantastic time. I'm going to be ending the stream here. It's 30 minutes, and I hope it was worth it. Till I come your way again, my name is David Obina. I am your performance development trainer. I'm going to be helping you to do better in your academics. And then later on, for those who do business or who are business leaders, I'm going to be helping you to reposition your mind so that you can improve your performance. Till I come your way again, see you. Bye.